Hey everyone, welcome back to our channel, and in this video we are going to see that after the completion of all the opening entries, we will see the trial balance and see that if we have made any error, how can we make adjustments to the trial balance. So if this is the first video you are watching on our channel, then this is the series of the complete training of QuickBooks that you can follow along. Just check out the playlist in the description, and without wasting any time, let's get started with this video. Okay, now we will enter the other two items. This is Suzuki wheel cups and rear lights. This is fairly simple, just like we have done before. Inventory part, Suzuki wheel cups. We will just copy this one, paste here, select the unit of my year and mention this one. This is exactly the same as we have done before. Just completing the transactions 250, and this is for 1st of January 2018. Next, close. Suzuki rear lights, unit of my year is each, and we will copy this, paste here. Cost is 600 and on hand quantity is 100. 60,000 is the total for 1st of January 2018. Okay, now all four inventory items has been added. Let's check its control account now. Go to the home, chart of accounts, and inventory asset. Inventory asset, you can see here that this is the total is 9 lakh, which is exactly the same as we have seen in the chart of accounts, 9 lakh. Now, after entering all the individual customers, vendors, individual inventory items, and all the ledgers, this trial balance should tally with what we have in QuickBooks. To check the trial balance, we will close this. Reports, go to accounts and taxes, and then select trial balance. Okay, for now we can select dates. We can drop down this and scroll right up and select all. Or we can mention that show us our trial balance from 1st of January 2018 to 1st of January 2018, as this is the opening balance. Okay, all the balances are correct, except we can see this unknown ledgers which should not exist here, that is uncategorized income and uncategorized expenses. This should not be there. Okay, what QuickBooks does is when you place the opening balance of a customer, it automatically enters an invoice behind the scenes, and the journal entry that is involved in that invoice is receivable to sales. Normally when you pass the sales invoice on credit, it passes the journal entry receivable debit and sales credit. Now receivable is correct, that will update the control accounts balances, but instead of sales crediting sales, it categorizes, instead hits the account uncategorized income. But when we close the recent trial balance, the entry should be like this: receivable debit and equity credit. So that means we have to move these balances to opening balance equity. If we have seen credit entry of uncategorized income, it should be debited from the entry and credited to opening balance equity. So this journal entry needs to be passed. So for that we will do one reversal entry. Go to accountant, then make journal entries, select uncategorized income, debit 1,50,000, and that is opening balance equity adjustment. Because as we close the last year, all the income and expenses, that is income minus expenses is equal to net profit, is part of retained earnings. So on the opening trial balance, there is nothing like income or expense. All should be credited in equity directly. So that's why we are reversing that entry from the uncategorized income and shifting it towards opening balance equity 1,50,000. Save this, and then the second entry is, you can see the effect. Uncategorized income has finished, and the balance is shifted here. Uncategorized expenses now. Uncategorized expenses is debit, so in order to reverse, we will put it on credit side. Accountant, right? Okay. Uncategorized expenses, it was on the debit side before, now we will place 350,000 on the credit side, and that is opening balance equity adjustment. And credit is opening balance equity 3,50,000. Save and close. Now we can see the opening balance equity has reached the exact same balance that is mentioned here, that is 48 lakh, and the total overall total of debit and credit side is 5478539, 5478539. So this is exactly the same. I'll export this report for your reference, so that you can tally it with yours.